Today we're going to build a mobile app 100% with AI. This mobile app is going to be a full clone of an iPhone app that did $7 million worth of revenue last month. This app literally does $80 million worth of revenue per year, and we are going to build it for iPhone and for iPad in one sitting. And then we're going to send it to the App Store. On this channel, we don't waste any time. Let's just dive in. Mohammed, what are we building today?
All right, so we're going to build a phone storage cleaner. These have been blowing up recently. I don't know if you've seen it on your TikTok or Instagram. They have ads everywhere where it's essentially like Tinder, but for your photos. So if you swipe left on a photo, it deletes it. Swipe right, you keep it. That's been blowing up recently. And then this app called Cleanup, $7 million last month in revenue just for cleaning up your like iPhone storage.
That's insane.
And they have over 50 million active users last month as well. So it's something that's just been taking off.
So we're going to vibe code this app. Let's write out the first prompt. What is the first prompt that we're going to tell AI to build this app? Please search the internet.
Try to find cleanup. And then we're going to tell it to really understand the purpose of these apps and what they accomplish.
Kind of the main value proposition. Yeah.
We will recreate the entire thing. All right.
Recreate the entire thing.
Please import all of my photos.
Okay, so this app, because it's native iOS app, it will have access to all of your photos.
Yeah.
And you can give it permissions to access all of your photos just like a normal mobile app.
Yeah.
And we're going to build this on iPhone and iPad at the same time.
Yeah.
You think that's a good enough prompt?
I think that looks good to me.
All right, let's ship it. So copy the prompt. You are opening up an app, Vibe Code, which is basically, it's Claude Code, but builds mobile apps, and it's better for mobile apps.
Yeah.
Okay, so these are basically going to be synced. Yeah, I guess you can start out on your phone.
Yeah.
And paste the prompt.
Yeah. All we got to do is paste that, generate, and then we'll just wait for the agent to finish, and then I can go over to my iPad and see that has started the creation process. And
okay, so now they're synced. So on the Vibe Code app, you just entered in a prompt to build an app, and since you're signed into the same account, you can open them up on iPhone and iPad. We don't need to have cursor. We don't even need to use our computer. We're using our iPhone and iPad.
Yeah.
Amazing.
So it's building on my iPad right now, if you see that. And then it's also building on my phone right here as well.
Okay, so they're in perfect sync.
They're in perfect sync, and you can see that. Okay, it's loading.
Okay, it's done?
Yeah.
All right, so talk to me. What's going on here?
All right, storage cleaner, free up space. It actually looks really nice. Has this bottom nav bar that they all have. And right now, I think it's just loading in all the pictures that I have. So that'll take a minute, but let's see. I can scan for duplicates.
Okay.
All right, okay, 1,000 photos loaded.
Wait, so it went through 1,000 of your photos?
Yeah.
So what does that mean?
Okay, now let's scan for duplicates.
Oh, shit. Okay.
251.
7.9 gigabytes worth of...
Yeah.
Okay.
And now it's just a bunch of duplicate photos that, they are duplicates. I can review and delete them.
No way. And they have native access to your phone?
Yeah. So
okay.
Add and delete.
And that'll actually delete from your phone?
Yeah.
Amazing.
Let's see what happened. Yeah, it deleted it.
It deleted it. And so that's a fix we could do. You want to fix that right now? Why not just go through that?
Easy fix. I'll fix that. I'm going to find some more bugs so I can just throw all the fixes in at once. And we can even write that down as well.
Yeah, I'll note it.
All right. Now we can scan for blurry photos. Awesome. And then maybe we want more than just duplicates and photos. Maybe we want to see all the photos eventually.
Oh, like a whole photo all gathering?
Yeah, all of them. And then it seems I definitely have more than 1,000 photos. So there seems to be a limit. And so let's see if we can also push that higher.
Okay.
All right.
So delete animation, right? Because it is being deleted, but it's not updating on the visual until you leave. You press back, and then you go back in. Then you see that it has been deleted. It's just like it's just the fact that it's not showing up immediately. Okay. Yeah. And then you want all of your photos, just show like a grid of all your photos, and then you're being cut off at 1,000. So those are the three things.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So when I delete the pictures, they do delete off of my device, but they still show up in the app. So please fix that state error.
Yeah, you had to go back and then come back into
Right.
that gallery. I think you would say that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what happened. And also, we want more quick actions. So think about different type of categories you can add for these photos. And then I also want another category with just all of the photos as well. And also, there seems to be a cutoff limit at 1,000 photos. Let's make that 30,000. Pause that, and it should transcribe.
Amazing. So you just recorded those 3 changes.
Please fix that error state. We want more quick actions, all photos, and the limit. Sounds good. Let's send that.
All right. So
And
now
then-
the agents are working together,
Yeah.
both on iPhone and iPad, and this is like the same code. And what's cool about this is you can actually say, like, on iPad I want it to look like this, but iPhone I want it to look like this. We can actually make custom layouts
Yeah.
for device specifically, even though they are sharing a code base
Yeah.
basically right now.
All right, looks like it's done upgrading. Whoa, we added a bunch of new features. Okay, all photos, duplicate, large, old, screenshots, and videos.
Okay, so it is interesting that there's this kind of like little loading period at the beginning.
Yeah, just have to refresh. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So I'm sure I can add it.
Okay, so
automatically.
what did we try to add? The delete animation. You want to try and delete something off
Yeah.
of one of the categories?
Yeah, so let's go over here and delete this picture. Delete. Well, I can still see it deleted.
Wait. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so let's try that again. Delete.
Okay. What else did we want to do? We wanted to do the all photos. So now it's showing. Is there an all photos section now?
Yes, there is an all photos.
Okay, so it
section.
added the all photos feature, and it also didn't cut us off at 1,000 because I saw that you
Yeah.
had.
There's a lot more than 1,000 now.
Yeah.
So
Wait, go back. And so earlier you had how many gigabytes? How many gigabytes do you have now in there? Or is
I
it
have 123, and I think previously I had 20, just 20. And then we can check out the iPad. It sort of does the same thing. Delete.
And so we still don't have this like delete animation for whatever reason. All right, I got it. You want to cue me up a prompt here?
Yeah.
Listen to me very carefully, Claude. What I need you to do is I need you to allow me to go into one of the categories. And I need you to, when I delete one of the photos, right, it shows that, like, are you sure you want to delete message that's looks native to iPhone? And when I press delete, it's deleting it, and I know that because when I press back and come back in, I see that it's been deleted. But as soon as I press delete, it doesn't immediately show that it's being deleted right away. I want it to show me and be responsive and show me that it's being deleted as soon as I press that delete button. So please add that in. Thoughts on the prompt?
That was a good prompt. I think it should. You were stern with it in the very beginning, too.
Yeah.
Listen up, Claude.
Well, and so this is, I actually don't recommend doing what we did before, which is we did three edits in one. I think it's better to go one at a time. It is fun to see. It's fun for our internal testing when we test, when you're building an agent, to see if it can do that, because users often ask for multiple things at once. But as just a general prompting guide, it's probably faster and better to just go one thing at a time.
Yeah, for sure.
Or at least make sure that they're related. Like the all photos and then also like the limiting to 1,000 seem to be a related thing.
And then after this, we can work like on the Tinder swiping.
Feature. And then we can do some design.
Yeah.
I think it's as tempting as it is now to like be like, oh, I want it to look good. Like I would recommend getting the core functionality of the app and then doing the design.
Yeah, the design's the easy part.
Yeah, that's the easy part. And then that way at the end, you can just be like, by the way, you are absolutely not changing any of the functionality of the app. You're just changing the design. Please make it look like this.
Yeah,
This
it's
is
good that
pretty
we
cool.
know it works. It has all of my photos and it actually deletes them.
Yeah.
And so that's pretty cool.
So then when we add the Tinder feature, how are they going to show up? Is it going to be random? Is it going to be...
We can have a few different ways. We can do like chronological order. We can have it random. We can have separate Tinder swipings for like every category.
Ooh, oh, I see. So maybe you have a normal feed, which is completely random.
Right.
So that's the main feed. It's completely random.
Yeah.
And then maybe there's like in this settings mode, you can like just toggle between, like if you want to switch to a new category, maybe we have those ordered from highest amount of photos to lowest amount of photos.
Yeah.
And then that way you can do random and then biggest to smallest.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Well, let's see the new update.
Okay. So we got to refresh.
Yep. Got all of my photos. All right. So the only thing we changed was the
Just
delete.
one thing. So ideally, this will immediately respond.
Okay. It just refreshed the entire thing, and it does look like it's gone.
Very interesting. I think that's good enough for now. You know, we're building an MVP. Obviously, we'd like to see it animate out, like just show the image and just kind of like vanish.
Yeah.
We are dealing with a lot of photos here. Like,
Yeah, this is a lot.
These are 4,000 images, and we probably have to change like the pagination of these.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of issues that we could dig into, but like for an MVP, it doesn't really matter. Should we do the Tinder feature?
Yeah, let's do it. So
Okay.
how do you want this to look?
This is what I'm thinking for the Tinder feature. I think it should be its own tab. You know, maybe it's the center tab, right? As soon as you get there, photos will start showing up, and they should randomly show up in a Tinder feed.
Yeah.
Swipe left or right to delete.
Yeah.
Then there should be a little toggle, let's say a toggle on the top right with a folder icon. When you press that, we'll have it go from... I should be recording this.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is how the Tinder thing. So there is a new tab at the bottom that is called Tinder.
Sure.
And this is a Tinder-like experience where you can swipe left to delete, swipe right to keep.
Yeah.
And these are random. So they take random photos. By default, it's random. And on this feed, it shows the photo. You can either keep or delete. On the top right of this screen, there should be a folder icon, and it should allow you to go through photos in specific folders. So all the photos that are listed here, all the different categories that are listed in the app, should also show up in this little menu, and they should show up in order of how many photos there are in that folder. And you should be able to click on that, and then you're only deleting or keeping images from that folder, and that should still be in random order.
Yeah.
And we want this to feel like Tinder. So this is the hardest thing we've done yet.
Yeah. All right. Let's go ahead and send it.
Let's ship it.
But right now, the app works pretty well for what it's at.
All right. So it looks like...
Yep. It's done.
Yep.
I'll just go ahead and refresh it. Okay. My app crashed.
Okay. And I see a fifth tab. I do see a fifth tab down there centered.
Swipe.
What is it called? I can't read the tab. What does it say?
It's actually the one to the right. The middle one is just blurry photos. Let's try it.
Okay.
Oh, what?
So we seem to have gotten issues on this one. So what happens? Where does the error occur?
Okay, the error occurs not in the home screen.
Okay.
Not when it loads all the photos. It doesn't happen when I load more photos.
Okay.
It happens when I go into swipe. And what it looks like is there's some type of animation error that...
Okay. So just copy and dismiss.
Copy and dismiss. And
Paste it back into the AI.
when I go to swipe, this error occurs. All right. Yeah, let's send that one through.
All right. So we are fixing the animation error. And we thought this would be the hardest feature to add. So this is the first time we got a bug.
Yeah, this is the first time I ever threw an error that we couldn't get past.
Yeah. And it's been all reliable since I started vibe coding.
All right, let's see. Let's get the photo, swipe. Oh.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Oh, so we're going to go through
Ooh.
Oh, that's so sick, actually. Okay, hold on. So swipe, delete, or
Okay,
actually...
this might have some... Okay, yeah.
You might want to... I forget that we're literally going through your personal photos right now.
Okay, well, if anything...
All right, keep.
Keep, for sure. Shebe, Rookie. Ooh, so now I can't swipe anymore. No.
Okay, all right, this is
That's
good.
fine.
So...
Let's try clicking the buttons. So the buttons at the bottom, the green heart and the X
Did
still
you just
work.
press keep?
Yeah, I pressed keep.
Find one you can delete and see what happens.
All right, let's delete this.
Okay.
Delete.
Amazing.
Deletes.
It deleted.
Let's try this one. Oh, wrong photo.
Oh, that could be...
So yeah, it seems like there's some type... Oh, wait, let's check out the folders. I could see they're up here. See the all photos on the top,
I see the all
right?
photos at the top. Can you click on it?
I am.
And it's doing
I could
something weird?
see something under myself.
All right, we might have a long prompt in store for us right now.
Let's check the iPad because there's more real estate here.
There's more real estate in the iPad.
Okay, that's it.
All right, so
all photos. I could see something that also has.
Okay, yeah. Try and delete it or something. I
kind of want to keep it, but let's try delete.
Keep it. Okay.
Yeah, delete. That's my sister.
Definitely want to keep that.
I can't. Yeah, so the swipe is still broken, but it's cool that it works.
Yeah, so it's cool that it works. I think it looks pretty good. The images could be less tall because they're covering up the buttons, or we can lower the buttons. But I think let's just make the images just max height smaller, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, let's open up a prompt here. Let's just talk it through.
So everything is good except for the swipe. There's a few errors. First of all, after the first swipe, when I actually move the picture to the right or the left, I can't swipe after that. It seems to get stuck and the image looks a little blurred and grayed out. So please fix that. Also, please make the images themselves smaller because they're going over some of the things on the screen, like the X and the heart and the folders on the top.
Yeah, I think that's good. Yeah. I think you got everything. One little thing to note is that, the further you get into your app, and it's usually useful to specify like what it's not going to do. Like, you're just changing this thing. You are only changing this thing. You might be inclined to change this, but please don't. So like, it's good to set up clear boundaries, especially the later you get in the project, especially its context is loaded up with, like in the chat, it's loaded up with other features you've added. So it's just useful to like really narrow its focus, I've found. So it doesn't do anything unexpected that you find like 10 prompts later. But I think our prompt was pretty good here. All right, so let's give it the old refresh. Let's see if this works. So all of these changes are within the swipe tab. Correct?
Yes, this is all for the swipe.
Okay.
Okay, let's go to swipe.
Go to swipe. It looks like they're no longer covering the buttons.
Yeah, awesome.
It looks really good. All right.
Keep. Ooh, now it works.
All right, so this is fire.
Keeping that. We're going to delete whatever that is.
Okay, so that's one thing that we should look into is you notice how that is like a horizontal image.
Yeah.
Notice that was a horizontal image, and the full image isn't shown.
Yeah.
So it should show you the full image.
Right.
Okay, so that's the one thing. Let's keep going because I think we could probably do more than this.
Let's keep that. Don't need that anymore. Oh, okay. Another thing I see. Look, when I delete a picture, I saw my.
Wait, is that even the right image that you just swiped delete on?
Yeah, no, this is the right image, but let's keep that. Like if I delete this one. You see this image in the background?
Yeah.
It changes. And it doesn't seem like it has a good stack.
And that is the right image showing up as the delete, right?
Yeah, that's the right image.
Okay.
That's my knee.
Oh. This is
weird.
This is strange. We're literally going through your images. There's Joe. He's always just showing up.
He's about to disappear. Oh, sorry, Joe.
He's disappearing. Okay. Show full image aspect ratio is the one thing we want to change.
Yeah.
And then what's the next thing we want to change? It is the stack is messed up.
Okay.
I think these two are good.
Yeah, that's nice. The animations all look good now. Just one problem. Sorry, two problems. Some of the images are getting cut out, and it depends on their aspect ratio. So make sure for every photo you show it in the original aspect ratio.
But keep the maximum height the same.
Right. Yeah. Don't cover up any other elements on the screen.
Yeah. And so I guess this will mean practically that, like right now, the images that are horizontal orientation the sides are being cut off. So those will just naturally show up as smaller. Like it won't reach the full max height, but make sure to not change the max height so they can extend above or below where the current max height is.
Yes. And you may need to play around with the scale of some of this. The scale for the photos itself. And the second thing is whenever I swipe left to delete an image, the image that would come right after that disappears and it gets swapped out with another random image. So please fix that so there is concurrency in there and that the stack works correctly and efficiently.
Yep, that sounds good.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, we'll enter that. And then let's talk about what could be wrong in the logic of the app right now. This is very interesting. Ship it. Okay, so we shipped that, and the app is now loading, both the iPhone and the iPad. While it's loading, I want to talk about how the app is actually working right now.
Right.
So the way that it mimics the Tinder feature is it's showing a random image, which is good.
Yeah.
And then as you delete it, it's just showing another random image behind it. So what would probably need to change is that it loads like 10 images.
Yeah.
So that at a time, and then like you swipe through them, and then I guess the question becomes like, when does it load more?
It'll always be 10 right behind it. That's sort of how like TikTok and Instagram work when you're scrolling. They'll download and have like 5 different videos below it ready in case you start spamming.
I noticed that even on Twitter. I noticed that when I get on a flight and I've been using Twitter and Instagram and TikTok, and then I lose my internet connection, I can still scroll for a while because they load them. And so like it's like once you reach the bottom, then it loads like a whole new feed, or I don't know how that works. Is that difficult logic to change?
It shouldn't be that hard, no.
Okay.
No, that's actually, I think, an easy fix for it. I think a harder one would be like the image, showing the full image, because it doesn't really know, like it can't like visually see how the images would look. And there's like different aspect ratios for every picture. It looks like it finished, so we can see what it did exactly.
Wow. Okay. So that was only that was like a minute and a half. Okay. So let's hit the swipe feature.
Awesome. Okay.
All right. There's our office. Hey.
Oh.
What happened?
The stack is still a little broken. Oh. Yeah, you see how it changes.
Okay.
That's like the beach, the beautiful beach. Then it changed
to something else. So you delete it. Or do you want it?
What was the other one?
The other one was the
full
aspect
images.
ratio.
Okay.
Oh, the aspect ratio
looks pretty good. Let's see if we can get a... Oh, yeah. I mean, that's a full image.
I mean, are they getting cut off? Do you have like a horizontal one?
I'm trying to see if I can...
I honestly think it's...
No,
there we go.
Look,
that's fire.
Good.
We just need to address the stack.
Yeah. Okay, we can hit this one more directly.
Yeah, I'll let you describe it under the frame that I said last time. Like, you can kind of have it... Yeah.
Okay.
I think you'd be better at articulating it.
I'm going to do it from my phone.
Cool.
Okay. The image aspect ratio looks good, but we have to still fix the stack issue for when I delete an image. It is still the case when I swipe left and I get prompted to actually delete the image by my device. The photo that was right behind that image gets swapped out with another before I can even interact with it. So there seems to be a stack ordering issue here. So please look into that and fix that. And maybe load more than just 3 cards at a time.
Yeah, that seems good to me.
Look into how the likes work, because when I swipe right to keep a picture, everything is fine. But when I swipe left and the device prompts me to delete the picture, that's when the photo swap happens.
So it's good on a like.
Yeah, on the like.
It's when it deletes.
Look, yeah, so that's the Eiffel Tower or whatever, hills. That's the Eiffel Tower. That's...
Okay, you see the fish? Okay. Yeah. See, that's how we just want it to show up. There's just probably like an error in like the math, like because you're removing an image, so it kind of messes up the position or something.
All right, let's see the changes. Go to swipe, and we're looking for the stack to be good. Oh, that looks good. Don't look at that's a negative 900 day on stocks. We want to get rid of that. It looks like it works. Oh.
Wait, you switch to a new one?
Yeah, right at the end.
Oh,
shoot. All right, Connor, you're gone. Okay. So I did specify that when the device prompts me to delete a picture, that's when it switched to another picture.
Right.
And right now, that's not the case anymore, so it fixed that. But when I delete the picture, then it switches.
So weird.
I know. So I
don't know why that's
I think we need one more final shot at this problem. What if we tried a different approach where we swipe left to delete the pictures, but instead of being prompted to delete to delete that picture immediately, what if we like keep it in like this separate like trash bin?
And then you deleted all of them at once.
Yeah.
I think that's good.
Yeah.
I think that's way better. I hate the delete pop-up.
Yeah, and it'd be annoying.
But
do
it needs
every time.
it needs to do that to access the photos. Okay, so it keeps them in a little trash bin. Then you can just like empty trash.
Empty trash. and
Yeah,
then
just like
delete it.
Apple. Yeah,
Yeah.
let's do it. Let's ship it.
All right, so there is still a problem with the stack shuffle whenever we delete the image when the device prompts me to delete it. So let's go in this new direction. Instead of deleting the image immediately right after I swipe left, we should now have a trash bin that would store the location and the exact photos in that trash bin, and the user can store many photos in that trash bin and then empty the trash bin, which would delete all of the photos in the trash bin.
Great.
Yeah, that should be good. All right, let's see. I'm going to keep that one. We can delete that one. Delete. And it doesn't go to my trash bin. Oh, my God. Oh, it does. It does go to my trash bin. It's just the number does not update. So that's a little annoying. Now, let's see. Don't need that. Okay. Let's delete that as well. Let's keep that. All right, let's see. Delete all. Okay, so delete 4 photos. So it actually does work. The trash bin does work. The only thing is the number by the trash bin.
I actually like the design of the trash bin.
Yeah, it's super nice.
Bro, going through your photos this way, it's illuminating your character.
It's kind of scary. That should be one more quick fix. Awesome. The bin feature works well besides this one problem. As I'm swiping left and adding photos to the bin, the number by the icon does not change. So I don't ever know how many items are in my bin. But once I go ahead and delete, it does delete all of the photos I swiped left on. It's just the number on next to the icon, the trash icon, stays at 0. So that usually means there was like an issue, like a real issue in the code that it probably found immediately. It didn't have to do much investigating. Okay, so let's see the results now. All right, swipe. Okay. Oh, nice. Let's keep that one. Let's keep that one. Keep. Delete.
Okay. All right, so it works.
3. That's it. This is now, it works perfectly.
Yeah. Amazing.
Yeah, delete all 3. Boom. Keep.
Great. Oh,
cool.
that hair is crazy, bro.
Oh, you haven't even seen how long it could get. All right, cool. So now we know that it works, so we can now officially go to the folders.
Amazing. Okay. What happens if you press folders right now?
There's only one folder, and it's all of them.
Oh, there's only one folder. I see.
Hold on. Let me test something real quick. So if I scan for duplicates.
And then do it?
Yeah,
then it might
scanning.
show up.
We should maybe have like an animation. Okay, that's 1,000. Now let's scan for blurry. Oh, yep, duplicates, and there is a blurry one, but if you see that right there,
it's covered. Okay.
So I can go to duplicates.
So I think we should change this to be a menu that's like over everything.
That could work. Maybe there's also Okay, let's try that. Then do we also want it to scan automatically?
Yes.
Yeah, we do want that. Okay.
Oh, when you open the app.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything with the stack works perfectly now. So now let's shift our focus to the folders when swiping. Currently, I have to scan for blurry and duplicate photos manually, and that's sort of tedious because I have to do that every time I open the app. So let's do that automatically, and that will achieve them always being in the folder section in the swipe. And then the other thing is that the folders gets covered up by the images in the swipe screen. So we got to change the UI for that. Let's try like a drop down modal that comes down that's on top and in front of everything. And yeah.
I dig it.
Okay, cool. Let's do that. We want to tell it, yeah, it did a good job, and now we want to shift its focus in another direction. So it doesn't touch everything that's already working and now just focuses on what we need it to do.
Makes sense to me.
Let's see the new update. Cool. Scan for duplicates. Okay, so now...
So we're trying to get it to scan for duplicates immediately, and we're getting an error. So let's copy it, paste it back in, and be like, yo.
When I open the app, this error. occurs. Okay, I'm going to get rid of all of this fluff here. And that's basically stuff that AI couldn't even change if it wanted to. So there's no point in putting it there.
All right, let's see the changes here. Ideally, it'll auto scan. Is it auto scanning?
Auto scan enabled. I think it actually scanned it, but now I just have to refresh to get the state to work.
Okay, that's fine.
We can also fix that as well, but
that's fine. So that works. That works for now.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll put a refresh button at the top for the MVP, but like for now, let's go to the swipe tab and let's click on the all photos.
Oh, nice.
Amazing. So now we have duplicates, so you can click on duplicates.
Yep.
I think that's great.
Blurry. Yep.
Amazing. And,
and
find one to swipe left. I know these are valuable to you.
Yeah.
Okay. And it works.
And it goes
adds
to the
thing
can.
and clear your trash.
Cool. And let's empty the trash. Delete the photos.
Amazing.
Awesome.
All right. There's our actually, so now let's do some design stuff.
Yeah.
Do you have ChatGPT on your computer?
Yep.
Let's open up ChatGPT and let's generate the app icon. Because remember, this is going to be called Photo Monkey.
Yeah.
While 3 prompts ago when it was loading, I bought photomonkey.app on Namecheap.
Yeah.
And I already made a landing page. It's pretty bad. You can open up the landing page if you want right now. Not on PhotoMonkey. It's in your texts. This is what it'll look like. PhotoMonkey, it's fine. And then you see terms at the top right and privacy. Those are what you need for the Apple App Store. And that's all you need.
Yep, that's all you need. Terms, privacy.
And then we'll get it on photomonkey.app. Let's go to ChatGPT and create an app icon
of a
photo
monkey
of a monkey holding a photo.
iOS icon. Yeah,
right.
Let's see what it does.
Say, please make this a cartoon image in the style of a top 10 app on the App Store icon and have it include the monkey holding a photo.
That's a cute monkey, though.
So now it should be cartoon style. Ooh, I like where this is going. This is going to be good. Oh,
Okay,
it has a little icon on it, like a little notification icon. I dig it.
It's the top 10, I guess. I'm sure that's where he got that
from. Okay. Oh, it gave it a little award. Okay, say, please make it full screen and don't have the white background and get rid of the 10. And then make the image a photo. Should we do a photo of a trash bin?
A trash bin, or maybe like, what do monkeys not like?
Oh, so we'll make him like angry and he's getting rid of it. Maybe he's putting it in the trash and it's a photo. What do monkeys not like?
I know. I'm trying to think.
A gorilla.
Okay, a gorilla, yeah.
Yeah.
Make the image the monkey is holding
of a gorilla. And make him putting it in make it put it in a trash bin.
Monkey. Okay, let's see what that does.
Okay, so it looks like it's going to be like 9:16.
Yeah.
So I would just type in right now, make it square. And then
see the rest of it.
As long as we like it, it's fine. Like it's not that crazy. Oh my God, that's perfect. So please make it square.
I don't
like
see that.
Why is his nose the same color as the gorilla? Actually, keep it. It's fine. It's fine. I like the blue in the background. This is good.
This is awesome.
Send me that image. Actually, just send me that real quick. I will toss it in the landing page.
Awesome. Okay, I made it a square. Let's download that.
So there's our app icon. And so now maybe it should be like a splash screen. So like make it like put that image in the center while it's loading.
Yeah.
Or like it's loading. It's just like PhotoMonkey is getting your images or something like that. And then change the name of the app to PhotoMonkey. And maybe like I'll actually get the like I'll do photo color. And we'll get the actual, we'll do a color picker. Make a little splash screen, put the image in the center. Okay, yeah, you want to add, here, type this in. Hashtag 2596BE.
And then, let's just do that for now. Let's just go one at a time.
Yep.
If we wanted to make it refresh automatically too, we could do that later. But
this app is actually fire. It's great. I mean, look at this. This app... $34 is how much is that? That's $300, almost $400 a year for this little app. No wonder they're making so much money. And we just created it in like 10 prompts.
Yeah, awesome.
Like I actually think if we sat down for like 3 straight days, we could make the app better than the actual app. We could launch it for way less.
Yeah.
for free.
Yeah.
Just maybe if we hated the guy.
Yeah.
It doesn't appear. Like,
Oh.
there we go. That's money. Wait, refresh it again on the iPad.
The iPad refreshes really quick because there's less photos.
I see. So make the minimum amount of time for on a refresh
Like 3 seconds.
Yeah. Oh, I love it.
That
I
is
love
cool.
it. That's good. We're good. Photo Monkey.
Maybe we should make it also refresh automatically.
Okay. Let's
So,
do that.
like, yeah.
So automatic refresh and minimum of 3 seconds.
That's a good, sweet. Okay. That looks really great. Can you please make it so that whenever the user first opens the app, it auto refreshes the page, which would show the monkey? Because right now the user has to manually refresh by scrolling up. And then can you also make it so that the minimum amount of time the monkey is shown is 3 seconds?
All right.
We're
So
looking
it
for
is
an auto
loading.
refresh.
Okay. Auto refresh works. And if you look at the iPad, that would have
Already
been
done.
3 seconds. Boom. There it is.
Good.
Photo Monkey's done.
That is pretty much, yeah.
All right, so we got all the features. I guess we can. So it's refreshing here to get the pages, right? Because
Yeah.
there we go. And now if you click,
That's my boy
That's-
Troy.
that's great. Wait, click on the folders at the top. You can now switch it.
Oh.
Yeah, because it's
that's
refreshing to
awesome.
get those folders.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Cool.
And yeah, these are all good. Yeah.
Amazing. The app's done. MVP's done.
Yes, it is done. Now we can push it to the App Store for everyone.
Yeah, so we
to
want to get on
download.
the App Store. Now what?
Okay, so there's 2 ways we can do it. We can SSH into it via cursor, or we can just download the code. I think I want to SSH
Let's do it.
into it.
That's easy.
Yeah, and
So if you guys saw a video I did with Anj about 3 weeks ago, we showed you exactly how to SSH from the Vibecode app into Cursor. It's super easy.
Yeah.
You just open up the menu like you're editing it, except you're going to press these 3 little dots here, and then you hit connect via SSH. This is going to, then you're just going to hit send email instructions, and that will send you an email.
yeah,
And then,
I can open the email as well.
yeah. So he's going to get an email. There we go. It shows up. Now you just click on the link from Cursor, opening Cursor. You see where it says Cursor? Click on that. This will
wow.
automatically open up Cursor. And then all you have to do now is this should prompt. So hit enter. Now paste in your password. So if you go back to the app, you see on the app here, it has a password. You don't even need to do the SSH. The email included that part in there.
Yeah.
So you just paste that into the top in the app, press enter. And guess what? Now, after it loads here, any change you make on Cursor will be updated on your phone. So like we did here, we had our phone and our iPad going in tandem. We can do
Yeah.
that from wherever. And then if we want to access the terminal, if you're a nerd and you like to code, you can easily get it into Cursor, and we have it right now.
Yeah.
And so we don't need to make any changes on Cursor. And again, you could have done this. We could do this same process with Windsurf, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know.
Anything that's a VS Code, you can do a VS Code.
VS
for.
Code as well. Yeah. And so now we just need to get it on the App Store.
Yeah.
So what we need to do now is I would go to that image that that you generated.
I'm just going to give it to Cursor.
No, drag it into your project files.
Okay.
Yeah, I think you need to do that somewhere.
Right here. I'm just going to rename it to
Just like,
icon.png, and that should be what we need.
yeah, and then I would just tell Cursor to just like put it in the right folder, and we're going to use this as the app icon.
Yeah. Let's just commit this change so it reflects everywhere and so we don't run into any scary ghosts when we reconnect to SSH. Okay, cool. Please, icon PNG. Oh, it hasn't indexed the code base, so like all my files aren't here. Like there's no like
Okay.
readme can.
So yeah. Please move icon into the correct place.
Into the correct place.
Use it for the app icon and splash screen.
Yeah.
Is that it?
Yeah, there's one other small thing.
Okay.
Cool. So it made a new folder, assets. and it just moved icon.png into assets.
Okay, so now the monkey photo is in assets. Now I can use it.
Yeah.
Now we can continue.
Yeah. And then it did some app.json. Cool. Now there's like one more thing that you need to do, which I can show you.
Cool.
And it's super simple. If you just submitted the code how it is right now, you'll get these error messages. Missing purpose string and info.plist. It's sort of like a safety feature for Apple where you have to like describe why your app needs certain things, like for here, like calendar usage or contacts, camera. You kind of need that in your app's like core, so Apple can trust you to use those type of things.
Cursor to like analyze the code base and figure out what it would need for this.
Yeah. And please fix this for everything in my app. And it should go ahead and add that stuff.
So it'll analyze the app. It'll basically be like why it needs access to all of your photos, which is probably a big permissions thing. Like, to access all your photos. I feel like that they're probably more strict about apps that can do that.
Yeah. And so, you always want to double check that it's there before you submit it, or else you just will run into that error. But then after that, I think we should be good. Should just go ahead and submit it. So just like 2 changes. One icon change, permissions.
Icon and then plist.
Yeah.
Okay, so photo icon, plist, and then step 3 is going to be to npx test flight.
Yeah.
And then obviously if you haven't set up your test flight already, I'll link down below this video somewhere on like how to get that set up. That's just an annoying thing that you have to go through to get set up. And then you can move on to the next step. But can you refresh it? I like this flash screen. It's pretty good.
That is nice. That is a cool logo.
I dig it.
Okay, wow. It added a lot of plist stuff. Some of which we may not need, but I think it's just good to have. That is a lot, but that's okay. Now let's go ahead and push this to Git so we don't lose anything.
So we're basically committing our changes.
Yeah. And so now that'll reflect both in, we didn't make any big changes really.
Yeah, we didn't.
But it'll just keep progress and everything should still work. Cool.
Amazing.
Now let's open the terminal.
So now we're moving to step 3. We first did the photo icon, then we did this little plist feature so we don't run into that error when we submit it. Now we're doing npx test flight, and that's basically what we type in here.
Yeah, I mean, and even if you didn't want to do this, you could get Cursor to do it for you.
Yeah, you just say, I'm ready to get it on the App Store.
Yeah.
Now what?
Yeah, but we could do npx test flight, and it should make me log into
yeah, and then if you weren't logged in right here, it would probably be like you need to log in to test flight, and then you would basically just follow those instructions, and then go to the internet or go to ChatGPT and say, how do I get set up on test flight? How do I get set up on the App Store?
Yeah.
It will take you through the process. It does, if you've never done this before, it does take some time to get approved, and this may take some time. That is the downside of the Apple App Store versus deploying it on the internet. So
you also need an Expo account.
Yep.
Which is free. You can go ahead, and here it's making me log into EAS Expo. Would you like to automatically create an EAS project? Yes, you want that if it's a new one. And it just created Photo Monkey. And so it's gonna build in the cloud and then submit it to App Store Connect.
Amazing. And it's loading right now?
It's loading.
Okay.
Would you like? Yes, I want that to be my identifier, which is basically just my app.
Amazing.
iOS app only uses standard accept encryption. The most of the time it will be yes. I think you'll know if you have some weird encryption like Telegram or something, but Photo Monkeys has no encryption because it's all local.
Cool.
You'd like to log into your Apple account, and this would be your App Store Connect account as well.
Okay.
It's the same thing. Okay. I'll do it on my phone.
Oh, very interesting. that it's like completely hidden.
Yeah, that's cool. Select a team. I'll do just myself. And I'll be my provider.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is this asking? Reuse the distribution certificate? Yes. Would you like to generate a new Apple provision? Yes. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Yes, sure.
So yeah, we're basically just logging into things and saying yes to things.
Yes, that's a lot of yesing, and that's about it.
And then this will submit a build. Is it sending it now, or is it?
Computing project fingerprint. I think it's going to send it to EAS now to actually start building it.
Amazing.
Which should be right now. Oh no, it should have. Yeah, I think it's going to create the app in the App Store Connect right now.
Okay, cool.
Chris.
Safari, and you go to that website I sent you earlier, the Photo Monkey. I refreshed that. There we go.
Nice.
Swipe away your photo clutter.
Yeah.
Amazing. Coming soon. And then once we get it on the App Store, we'll put the link. Instead of it saying coming soon,
we'll put it right here.
Yeah, it'll just say get the app. So literally while you were working, I got photomonkey.app, and then I deployed it to Vercel.
Yeah.
Or I went to V0 and created this. And so here we can actually click. I deployed it. We now have a build submitted to the App Store, and we have sent our app to the App Store, which has the following features.
Yeah. And I'm going to go ahead and log into the App Store Connect so you can see how the build is doing over there.
Okay.
Photo Monkey right here.
Photo Monkey. All right.
Cool.
All right, it's on there, and we just basically await their response. And so you're just going to check your email. If something goes wrong, you now have this on Cursor that you could basically just paste in the errors back in the Cursor.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. Yeah.
And by the way, when you make changes on Cursor through the SSH feature, you can test it live on your phone. Just hit the refresh button and you can test it live. And yeah, we vibe coded a full app. It's submitted into the App Store. And we have basically every feature that it had. And it's doing how much per year? $80 million a year?
$84 million every year.
And we just uploaded it to the App Store. And if it got accepted, it would be free.
Yeah. It'll be free.
That's what we did today. Let me know if you have any questions. Let us know in the comments.